What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Well, in today's video, we're actually going to be getting ready to go to the Tennessee Motorcycle Music Revival at Loretta Lynn's Ranch in Hurricane Mills, Tennessee. It's one of those that I went about 2 years ago, and I only was there for about half a day or so that Saturday, but I'm actually going to be going for a lot longer this time, and I'm actually going to be taking the DRZ. It's one of those where they got some ADV trails, and I'm wanting to try to kind of ride some of those and kind of see what it's all about. But I need to get the DRZ ready, and I also got to get some stuff ready on the Suburban so I can get up there. So let's get started. So one of the first thing I want to check, and this is something you actually should do before any ride, is actually check your air pressure. Now the front on my bike is supposed to have 18 in it, and it looks like we may be a little low, so let me add some pressure to this one. And I'm going to do the same for the rear, and the rear is supposed to be 22. So once I get the air pressure right, we'll keep on going. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is check our air filter and clean it and put some more oil on it because it's decaying in. So you just clean it, oil it, and put it back in. Alright, so let's check the engine oil, and the manual says that you're supposed to crank these up and let them run for about 3 minutes and then turn them off and let them sit for another 3 minutes and then check your engine oil. So that's what we're going to do. So of course this is something that should be done before every ride, but make sure you check it, you know, especially when you're going on a trip and everything. But just pull your dipstick. Wipe it off, and then just set it in there. Don't screw it in, and then pull it back out, and then make sure that you're between your full and your low mark, and I am. So this is the main thing that I was wanting to check, is my actual drive chain. It's one of those that I've not yet checked since I had the bike, and kind of shame on me, but it is what it is. Between your drive sprocket and your rear sprocket, in the middle, you're supposed to have 40 to 50 millimeters of slack. So that's what I'm going to do, is check my slack and then adjust the chain if I need to. Alright, so hopefully you can see that where I've got the top of the chain there at 0, and as I move it up, it's right there at my line of 40, which is kind of the limit on my Africa Twin. So I'm not going to adjust it because it's, like I said, at the 40 millimeter mark, and it's one of those that I'd rather have just a slightly loose chain than a very tight chain, because of the fact that I don't want to wear my actual drive sprocket out like some Africa Twins have that issue. Now that we've checked the chain and everything is good there, I'm going to go for a ride and actually, you know, get the chain hot. It's one of those that they recommend that you do a lube on your chain after you get done with the ride, because it just helps get in there to the O-rings and kind of everything expands a little bit better. So you kind of get more oil on the chain than if you do it with a cold chain. So let's go for a ride, and then when we get back, we'll lube the chain. Alright, so I don't have a center stand on this bike, and my actual motorcycle jack is kind of being utilized at the moment. So I got it on these blocks, but it's kind of stable, kind of not. But anyway, it's one of those where I'm actually going to get one of those rear axle jack deals that kind of like what Dewey rides and also Adventure Tollmaker has, just kind of because I don't really want to use a center stand because it didn't have one. But either way, I've got some chain lube, and I just got back from the ride, as you saw. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the chain down, and then I'm going to use a rag to kind of right the excess that doesn't take, you know, from the actual lube I've done. Alright, now that I believe I've got everything as far as the maintenance and kind of trip stuff done on the DRZ, let's get the Suburban ready. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put my carrier right here on the back of the Suburban. That way Tuesday when I get off work, I can just load the DRZ up and be ready to go to work on Wednesday, so I can actually leave to go up to Tennessee. So let's get this carrier on and we'll go from there. So with this carrier, you got to make sure that you put this anti-sway plate here on there, because it helps balance the motorcycle when it's on here. It helps it not sway quite as bad. So don't forget to do that if you have one of these carriers. So here's all the stuff I'm actually going to be taking with me just in case something happens. I got some tools, I got my air pump, I've got some tire spoons, I've got a kick sand puck just in case I got some soft sand, and I currently don't have any actual inner tubes. I'm going to try to go by the Honda Suzuki dealership tomorrow and see if I can pick up some tubes for this bike. It's one of those that I'm hoping they have some in stock. It's something that I just hadn't had a chance to buy and hadn't really thought about. But since I'm going on this trip and I am going to be doing some off-road stuff, I kind of may possibly need some just in case I hit a root or something like that and puncture a tire. So I'm going to hopefully get that tomorrow, but we shall see. So as far as the Suburban is concerned, as far as sleeping in here, I've got my mattress right here that I'm going to actually be sleeping on. I get my bed clothes and everything, you know, probably Tuesday night. But I got the stuff to kind of black out all my windows. I got 2 fans to kind of go in the doors, little holders right there, so that it can kind of hopefully blow some fresh air in here. I've got some candles, 2 citronella candles to hopefully keep the mosquitoes out, and I got a cooler, and I'll actually be laying those 2 seats down in the middle and actually lay all this out so that, you know, I can stretch out since I'm, you know, 6'1", 6'2". All right, so besides my actual clothes, my food and drinks, and also my GoPro stuff, I believe I've got everything. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Y'all let me know if I forgot anything that y'all can think of, and if I did forget something, hopefully there's a Walmart close by. But you know, this is the same thing that I did when I went to Forgotten Angels and also over to Born Free last year, and it's one of those where Born Free was kind of my first time, you know, sleeping in the Suburban and everything. So I'm still kind of learning sleeping in here, but who knows? Being 6'1", 6'2", I may be making some changes. You can't ever tell. It's just one of those where me and tents just don't get along. You know, last time kind of did it for me whenever I was on the Smoky Mountain 1000, and everything just got flooded. So I don't know. Who can tell? I may try a tent again here in the future. Only time will tell. But if you enjoyed this video and thought it was helpful, give me a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. And till the next video, see ya!